Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this triangle ABC along with this perpendicular CD, as you can see in this given diagram, such that this perpendicular CD length is x units, and moreover this segment AD length is 2 units, and the segment BD length is 3 units, and furthermore this angle ACB is 45 degrees. And now our task is to find the value of x. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. Let's go ahead and get started. And here's our very first step. I'm going to label this side AC as lowercase m, and this side BC as lowercase n. And here's our next step. Let's focus on this right triangle ADC, and we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle. And here's our Pythagorean theorem: a square plus b square equal to c square. And in our case, our hypotenuse is lowercase m, whereas our two other legs are 2 and x. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks. So therefore we can write this thing as x square plus 2 square equals to m square. And now we are going to undo this square by taking square root on both sides. So therefore our lowercase m turns out to be equal to square root of x square plus 4. So thus our this side length AC, which is being represented by lowercase m, turns out to be square root of x square plus 4. And now let's focus on this other right triangle BDC. We are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle as well. And here's our Pythagorean theorem once again. In our case, our hypotenuse is lowercase n, whereas our two other legs are 3 and x. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks in this formula. So we got x square plus 3 square equals to lowercase n square. Let's undo this square by taking a square root on both sides. So therefore our lowercase n value turns out to be square root of x square plus 9. So thus our side BC length turns out to be square root of x square plus 9. And now let's focus on this whole triangle ABC. And we are going to calculate the area of the triangle ABC. And now let's recall the area of a triangle formula. Area is equal to a half times A times B times sine of angle C. As you can see in this given triangle, our two side lengths are A and B, and C is the angle in between. So therefore in our case, our two side lengths are AC and BC, and the angle in between them is 45 degrees. So therefore the area of this triangle ABC is going to be a half times the square root of x square plus 4 times the other side is x square plus 9 times sine of angle is 45 degrees. And now let's focus on this sine of 45 degrees. We know sine of 45 degrees is always equal to square root of 2 divided by 2. As you can see in this next step, I have replaced sine of 45 degrees by square root of 2 divided by 2. And now let's focus on these two radicals. We can write this whole thing as square root of x square plus 4 times x square plus 9. And now if we multiply 1 divided by 2 and square root of 2 divided by 2, that is going to give us square root of 2 divided by 4. And furthermore, if we multiply these two binomials, that is going to give us x power 4 plus 13 x square plus 36. As you can see in this next step, so thus the area of the triangle ABC turns out to be square root of 2 divided by 4 times the square root of x power 4 plus 13x square plus 36. I'm going to label this one as our equation number 1. And once again, we are going to calculate the area of the triangle ABC in a different way. And now let's recall the area of a triangle formula. Area is equal to a half times the base times the height. And this time the base of this triangle ABC is this whole side, which is 2 plus 3 is going to give us 5. And the height of this triangle is x. So therefore the area of this triangle ABC is going to be a half times 5 times x. So therefore this could be written as 5x divided by 2. And I'm going to label this one as our equation number 2. And now we are going to compare these two equations. We can see the left hand sides are identical. So therefore we can equate the right hand sides as well. So therefore we can write square root of 2 divided by 4 times the square root of x power 4 plus 13x square plus 36 is going to be equal to 5x divided by 2. And now we are going to square both sides by taking a square on both sides. So therefore on the left hand side, square root of 2 is going to be 2 divided by 16 times this whole thing is x power 4 plus 13x square plus 36 is going to be equal to 25x square divided by 4. And now we can see 2 divided by 16 is same as 1 divided by 8, as you can see in this next step. And now I'm going to multiply by 8 on both sides, on the left and on the right hand side as well. And here we can see 1/8 and 8 is gone. So therefore x power 4 plus 13x square plus 36 is going to be equal to, if we simplify the right hand side, that is going to give us 50 times x square. And now we are going to subtract 50 times x square on both sides. This is gone. So therefore on the left hand side we got x power 4 minus 37x square plus 36 equal to 0. And now let's make a substitution. I'm going to let u equal to x square. So therefore our this equation is going to become simply u square minus 37u plus 36 is going to be equal to 0. And now we are going to solve this quadratic equation by grouping and factoring. Let's tweak this middle term. Negative 37u could be written as negative 36u minus 1u, as you can see in this next step. And now we can see u is in common between first two terms, and here we got negative 1 is common. So therefore I can write u times u minus 36 minus 1 times u minus 36 is going to be equal to 0. And here we can see u minus 36 in common. So I can write down u minus 36 times u minus 1 equal to 0. And now we are going to separate these two factors, as you can see in this next step. So therefore for this first equation, u value turns out to be 36. For second equation, u value equals to 1. And now let's recall where our substitution, u equal to x square. So I'm going to replace this u by x square over here, and likewise u with the x square over here as well. So therefore we got x square equal to 36, and here x square equals to 1. And now I'm going to undo this square by taking a square root. So therefore our x value is going to be positive 6. And likewise I'm going to take the square root on this side as well, on both sides. So therefore our x value is going to be positive 1. So thus we are ended up with these two values of x equal to positive 6 and x equal to positive 1. And now we are going to see which value of x is going to work for us. So therefore we are going to construct this right triangle APB. In other words, this angle is our 90-degree angle. And I'm going to label this height PD as lowercase h. And now let's recall the Euclid's theorem. For this given triangle, our height, this perpendicular CD is lowercase h, whereas these two segments are x and y. Then we can write h square equals to x times y. And in our case, our x value is 2, our y value is 3, and our height is h. So therefore we can write h square equals to x value is 2 times y value is 3. Let's undo this square by taking a square root on both sides. So therefore our h value is going to be equal to square root of 6. And now let's make an observation. We can see that this whole x length is CD and this height h is PD. So therefore x is going to be bigger than the height h, and we know our height h value is square root of 6. So therefore we can see x equal to 1 value is not feasible. So therefore we are going to reject this x equal to 1 value, and we are going to accept x equal to 6 value. So thus after all the calculations and manipulations, our x value turns out to be positive 6. And that's our final answer. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.